Hello everybody, it's me Roscoe and welcome to another instalment of Game Day, and we're here for game number 2 in the Premier League for Ipswich Town, and we're arrived in Manchester here at the Etihad Stadium. It started to rain, so I've got my waterproof ready in August, but I've been told in Manchester it rains a lot. But today, tough game for Kieran McKenna's side as they take on the 4 in a row Premier League champions Manchester City. Pep versus K-Mac. It's going to be a tough game for Town. I'm looking forward to this one. The first time I've been at this stadium, so I'm looking forward to have a little wander. Also, I'm not going to be taking any snappy snaps today. Short story, not enough spots for me to take pictures. So I'm going to be in the press box, but I'm going to give you the views. Going to have a nice little chinwag with the boys doing the press stuff as they do. So no snappy snaps for me today, but KOI Army will share their thoughts. Media scramble as always. Let's get into it. And over there, some Brazilian dancing. So shall I join in? Wait and see. Okay, then that's standard. Get into the media room and you've got to go and get the media scran. And there's a lot of selection, which you expect. We're here at Man City, the Premier League champions, 4 in a row and all that jazz. And there was options. There's pizza, there's a bit of chicken, there's salmon, rice, fries and all that. I've gone for a bit of, there it is, a bit of salmon, bit of rice, which you may say is a bit boring. I didn't really fancy a bit of pizza, I didn't fancy chicken, I just wanted something really nice and simple to get in my belly. Had a nice breakfast this morning, so I think salmon, rice, that would do me nicely. I don't have so much, I do like a bit of fish, so I'm going to get that in the belly. I've also stolen Alex's little cupcake, so depends if I give it to him, I don't know. I'll see. Let's see what the first away day Premier League scran rate is going to get. Let's get it in my belly. Okay, then team news has just dropped and we're in the press conference room where Kieran McKenna and Pep will be sitting. So
really quiet.
Yeah, very quiet. We're actually, doing our inside voices here because we don't want to talk. So people, doing their work and all that jazz. May not as in Brighton game is on. Team news, my friend. A few changes. Is it 3 in total?
3 in total
yep.
For Town. So we've got Ben Johnson coming in. It's going to be a back 5. So yeah, Ben Johnson coming in, which means it'll be Axel, Jacob Greaves, and Wolfie at the back.
Oh. No goal there.
Got Sammy Smodics coming in the forward line, and then the other changes in goal with Muric starting against his former team.
Yes, he is.
And obviously Delap starting against his former team as well.
Boy.
So Chappers to the bench, Wes out the squad, of course. That's a blow for the next few weeks. He'll be out, and Christian Walton on the bench as well.
Okay then, Man City's teammate. Ooh, dearie me.
I don't really need to say much other than Edison, Ruben Diaz, Mateo Kovacic, Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo
Silva, not starting. These are my
Josko Guardiola, Manuel Akanji, Savinho, Rico Lewis. I don't really think there is much more.
Is Foden actually in the team at all? Oh my days.
He's not in the squad.
He's not in the squad. Oh my god.
Which is a bit of a surprise because he
He's
came
in my
off the bench.
fantasy team.
Yesterday.
He's in my yesterday. Last week.
Yeah, sure. I don't know why I said yesterday. That would be a quick turnaround for City.
My fantasy team has just been destroyed. So yeah, we're going to move on. We're now going to go and head up to the press box. But yeah, let's boom. Let's get up the stairs and yeah. Okay then, different view to normal. I'm currently now sitting comfy in the press box next to AJ, next to Stu. They're working hard. Obviously I'm working hard with my pick and mix. That was a nice little surprise when we were coming out of the basically the press room, and some sweets, some chocolate, got a nice little cupcake. First half is about to kick off. We'll see how we get on. Let's get right into it. Okay then, it's time for the half-time update. Ipswich Town are 3-1 down against the champions, but they did take the lead. Sammy Smodics give the Town a shock lead, and his first start for Town, his first goal in the Premier League. I wasn't expecting, I don't think anybody was, but then Man City showed their quality. 3 goals in 4 minutes. Haaland through the penalty spot. Steve Davis basically fouling Savinho. Then it was De Bruyne to make it 2-1. Muric's been a bit of a madman. Then it went 3-1 with Haaland will be second of the game. And the crossbar's been hit twice by Man City as well. Rico Lewis and De Bruyne as well. And we were worried it could be getting worse and worse for Town. But after that little moment of just madness, they defended pretty well, and it's still only 3-1. Tough first half for Kieran McKenna's men. Second half, we shall see what happens. Let's see Town can get something out of this. 4-3 Town? Let's see. So outside the ground now, and it's ended Man City 4, Ipswich Town 1. Here with good old Wazza, my friend. Your Premier League game day debut.
Yeah, I had to dash off for a barbecue last week.
Fine. It's fine. You were actually there. I had a little chinwag with you, and I think we did start recording, but then
I don't know, nonsense happened.
Yeah, basically. But mate, here at the Etihad, 4-1 defeat. Opening thoughts.
Went 1-0 up. That was fun. I really enjoyed like the sort of stretch between us scoring and the penalty.
Yeah, the scenes out away, and obviously I was in the
That was
press box
brilliant
today.
fun.
I can imagine that was just carnage.
I've got stupid bright hair, so I can look for myself jumping around on Match of the Day now.
Of course. And then obviously after
Look,
that,
you take the positives out of today, don't you?
Yeah.
You were always sort of up against it when you come in here, regardless of who you are, let alone as a newly promoted side. And you take out 2 mistakes by the goalkeeper and a penalty, plus a penalty we should have had.
Yes.
We've not disgraced ourselves. What an You look at where we are, you look at where we were 2 years ago. I know where I'd rather be, and it's probably here, let's be honest. It's no disrespect to the likes of Fleetwood and Accrington Stanley,
well,
but I'd rather be
2 years ago, we were here at Forest Green Rovers.
Yeah, it was a good day, that was.
That was not bad.
But, I know where I'd rather be, so look, enjoy it for what it is and take the positives where you got them. We've got Sammy Smodics looked really good today.
Yes.
We've got players to come in like Phillips, Kayuste, Jack Clark, maybe. So, look, this team's only going to get better and they'll have learnt a lot from today. So, take the positives, move on to the next one.
Yeah. Obviously, they've got their superstars, haven't they? Haaland scored a hat-trick, so at least we can say we saw a Haaland hat-trick, but, that just mistakes and just, Muric, obviously, he's making his debut for Town and just, unfortunately...
Yeah, the first one is particularly glaring, isn't it? He really just, as much as it's a sort of easy thing to say, just put your foot through it and get rid. Hopefully, he had a couple of moments for Burnley, I think, last season. So hopefully McKenna can iron those out of him. And we'll be able to sort of go back to playing the sort of attacking football that we like coming out from the back. He's clearly got the distribution in it. He's
made a cracking save in the second
yeah,
half.
mate. Yeah, and he's found Davis out on the full-back a couple of times with some lovely passing. So eliminate the errors from his game. We'll have a good goalkeeper there. I think I need to see a bit more from Ben Johnson. Yeah, I know he got the assist. There was a lovely pass to him, but apart from that, gives the ball away a little bit too easily for me. So
he's on corners as well.
Yeah, and he's sort of, I guess, playing, probably higher up, I guess, than he's probably done for West Ham. But I think we did miss Liz today, so hopefully that's not so bad. But the team's going to get better, isn't it? You're not going to face teams the calibre of Liverpool and then Man City. We've got them out of the way and treat them as pre-season if you want. I know they're competitive games, but realistically you're never going to get anything out of them. So go again next week and see if you can get something against Fulham. That's how I see it. Season starts in earnest next week.
Yes,
but you've got to stick with the boys. They've done us all proud, get us here. Stick with them. Can't let your heads drop. They've come out the wrong side of 2 results against 2 world-class teams with England internationals on the bench and.
Well, I think I looked, there was a stat about the amount of transfer fees spent. I think there's like 700 million Man City squad. Ours is 64 million.
Well, it's one of them. We're spending 80-odd million in transfer window and we're all getting absolutely excited. But compared to them, we've spent 50p in a Mars bar. Yeah. So, look, go on to the next one. See if you can get something against Fulham. It's back at home. I'm sure the atmosphere at Portman Road will be absolutely buzzing. And if you get something there, then maybe you can start to sort of build something. Because you've got a trip to sort of Southampton and Brighton where, again, you can get something out of them. You see what you can do. So, stick with it. Heads up. Go on to them. Uptown.
Okay, up next, I'm joined by good old Darren, my friend. Thoughts on that one? Premier League game number 2 into another defeat. But, as Wazza said, take the positives.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is, isn't it? It's, let's be honest, we all kind of...
Sorry, I think someone's about to... Carry on. Sorry. I'll keep... Oh. Yeah, someone's trying to open the door. Let's move.
Okay.
We're doing it live. We're going to keep doing it. Okay. Let's go. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was what it was, wasn't it? We kind of knew this is a likely scoreline. That's probably the most predictable hat-trick of the season from Haaland, so well done to everyone who triple-captained him or whatever.
Watson.
I refuse to do
well
that.
Well done.
He's still in my team, though, but never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in fairness, we've ticked off a big one on the new season bingo.
Yep.
We've got our first goal.
Yes.
And let's face it, we waited 22 years for that moment. We might as well go nuts about it, which, it was a real trickly one, but I was over the moon about it. That was our little moment. If that was all we were going to get, then, that's the best thing we could get out of the day. But, I think it's a shame that they didn't have to work more for their goals. A penalty and 2 mistakes. I mean, if they'd done what Liverpool did last week, we'd all be saying fair enough. It's just a shame it's happened the way it has. But we've done all right. Again, it's not like it's been for a minute when we was 3-1 down and then they were in the woodwork. You're thinking, Old Trafford. You're having thoughts, but thankfully we've kept it respectable. So yeah, and I've got to say, I mean, not that it's difficult really to judge anybody's performance in a game like that, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Liam Delap against somebody who we can possibly beat, because he did. Well, hopefully so, because he really did have his moments today, and he didn't look scared. All right, I mean, he might know half of them, but he didn't look scared in that sort of game, and it was really positive to see the impact that he's having, and so hopefully we will get something from the upcoming run, because we all knew what this was going to be, but fingers crossed.
Where were you though at when we did score that opening goal? Because I was just in shock. I was like, Ipswich Town have taken lead against the 4 in a row Premier League champions, and obviously the scenes there were amazing.
Well, exactly. I just the scream I let out wasn't Sarmiento levels, but it was pretty good. It's 22 years we've been waiting for a Premier League goal, and then to do it here against that lot, you got to. My brother messaged me during the game. He said, "Bottle that moment," because we know what's coming, but that's what we waited for, isn't it? So that's step one. Next thing is let's try and get a win, shall we? Let's try and get a win.
It's all about. Well, been moved on by the Coppers, but I'm joined now by Harvey, the Sweetmouse Prince, and Bainesy, just Bainesy, which is fine. Boys, we lost today, but Premier League football. Who wants to start? Opening thoughts. Sweethouse Prince, come on.
I thought second half a performance to be proud of. That kind of 10-15 minute spell in the first half had the potential to get very, very messy, didn't it? And I thought second half, I really did think we performed as well as we could do under the circumstances. I mean, they're a different kettle of fish completely, aren't they? We're not obviously used to playing teams the quality of City, and yeah, I thought there was patterns of play and certain moments in the game where we looked all right. Listen, the first 2 games were always going to be tough, weren't they? We weren't going to exactly. They really are free hits, and our season starts now, doesn't it? Really, and I thought there's some performances in there to be really, really proud of. I thought Delap was outstanding all game, ran his socks off. His hold-up play was brilliant, and yeah, we never came here expecting to win, did we?
Did you?
No, exactly. Well, maybe, but it's worth remembering as well. That's the first time we've lost 2 consecutive games under McKenna since 2021. Wow. It just shows the journey we've been on, and I'll let Bainesy speak now. But no, I'm just proud. I'm proud, and I think me and Bainesy almost snogged when that first goal went in. we were bouncing around that much. It was an unbelievable feeling, and one that whoever went to the game today, no one will ever be able to take that away from you.
Well, Darren just said that, he said his brother messaged him and said, bottled that moment up.
100%. You've seen the first goal back in the Prem, taking the lead at the Etihad against City. I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it? So, we build from it, move on, and on to Fulham.
Yep, Wimbledon obviously in the cup, but next Premier League game. Bainesy, Premier League football, second game, another defeat, but thoughts?
Absolutely fine. I think we all knew this was going to be an incredibly tough start. To have 0 points from these 2 games is no shame at all. We were in the pub before, speaking to some Man City fans, really friendly, some proper City fans who've been there, one guy 50 years, said he'd been supporting City, really friendly, really nice, had a good chat with them, they said good luck. We kind of said, wouldn't it be nice if we got just a goal? And we thought, maybe it'd be a consolation goal or when they're
we took the lead.
But we took the lead against Man City, who've won the last 4 Premier League titles. The euphoria of that just could not. Yeah, as Harvey said, I literally just jumped into his arms, I hugged him so hard. It was unbelievable.
Lucky boy.
Yeah. People will pay for that,
But yeah, the away end was rocking. It did not do ourselves a disgrace.
I knew you would do that, Colin. I knew that was you, Colin. I knew you would do that.
Did not do ourselves a disgrace at all. I think, especially in the first half. I mean, you're not just dealing with Premier League players. You're dealing with elite Premier League players, and they will punish you given half the chance. And I think the first half could have been far worse.
Yeah, I was worried.
A 3-1. I can't remember whether they hit the underside of the bar twice before that. So it could have been far worse. They kept their heads in the game, kept going, And then the second half, you're thinking maybe they'll just have to kind of park the bus. They had a go. We had some good spells. We gave them, as good as we got. I've got nothing but utter admiration for the players for the way they performed. Onto next week, another great kind of platform to build from. But Smodix, he looks outstanding today. He was everywhere. He was at the back defending. He was an absolute pest up front. I don't think that goal could have gone any slower.
Yeah.
But I think he was fantastic. I think we got a real steal, for the money we paid for him. And Delap again looked really good. His hold-up play perhaps could have been a bit more selfish at times. But he worked really hard. Worked his socks off. We've got lots to build on for the next game against Fulham. It's a home game. We've got this experience. I think we stand a really good chance of beating Fulham.
Just very quickly as well, I just wanted to say on Muric, he had a stinker today, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, debut. But he made a good save in the second half.
Well, what I'm going to say, first half, obviously, a fault for the first one. Could have done better, arguably, with the second one as well. But let's just get behind him.
Yeah.
Christian Walton conceded 5 goals on his first appearance for Town, and that signing worked out pretty well, didn't it, for us? So they're going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. It's his first game back in the Prem. Let's not write anyone off yet. There's just no point, is there? There's so much football to play. Remember Leif Davis didn't have a great debut, did he? Against Bolton at Portman Road, and he's proved to be brilliant as well. So let's just stick with the boys, because there's going to be some tough moments, but we need to just get behind them all season, because they deserve it. The journey they've brought us on, they do deserve it.
Up next, I'm joined by a great duo here. It's Welsh Mark and Joe, father and son duo. Boys, Premier League football.
Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. It's merciless, isn't it, Joe? Make a mistake and you're battered. Erling Haaland hat-trick, probably the best club side in the world. I rather enjoyed it. Yeah. I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was. Joe said it's like playing football in a library. We were sat with the City fans in disguise because we couldn't get a ticket. Okay, so we had to be really quiet, and that was blooming painful. But it was deadly quiet. The Town fans were amazing.
What was that like? What was that like when we scored then?
All the noise. Well, we missed that because we were late.
Oh.
We got stuck on the M6 for 3 hours. Yeah, so we've had a bit of a nightmare day today. But all in all, I was quite encouraged by the second half performance and elements of the first half. Joseph is a goalkeeper. Joe, what do you think of Muric?
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't kick far. He couldn't even reach the halfway line. I don't know if it was like the injury or it was just like he just couldn't kick. And he made 2 mistakes which led to goals. Yeah.
We made a cracking save in the second half though.
2, was it 2?
Probably, it's probably 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a upcoming goalie yourself, it's just one game. It's his debut. He's learning his new teammates and stuff. You just got to take, can't be negative, can we?
No.
Yeah.
No. He will get better. You can see that he's definitely got potential. He will get better. Apart from that, though, I was encouraged. I thought Sam Morsey hasn't looked out of depth at this level.
First yellow card in the Premier League, Morsey.
Playing against 2 of the best club teams in Europe, if not the world.
Yes.
I thought Liam Delap was brilliant.
Yes.
He's great, isn't he?
He's
an
massive.
absolute unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmodix, I thought, was really impressive as well. Really liked him. I was surprised he played today. I didn't think he was really fit enough, but I thought he was great. I thought Greaves was solid. Davis, Johnson, I think both of them looked like they had a difficult afternoon. I worried about Johnson. We were down that side, weren't we? Yeah. Against Doku. And I felt there was a penalty coming there. He was going to get past Johnson. He didn't. He's doing me with a great deal of confidence. Wasn't hugely impressive, and I wasn't impressed with him against Liverpool. But apart from that, I think there's plenty of positive signs there. I think with a few more additions against some teams where we will get more of the ball, I think we'll be all right. We did try and play football, didn't we?
Yeah.
We played it out from the back. At times I was clenching my buttocks.
I was worried.
And worrying what was going to happen. But we did. We stuck to our principles, and we did okay in the second half. We had some nice patterns of play from front to back, and did as much as we could do. We're not playing Manchester City every week, are we?
No. But Joe, obviously, I think the first time we spoke was in Cheltenham a couple of years ago now. But as a young fan watching Premier League football, I'm sure you're just buzzing.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, like Ipswich. And I think if we play Fulham, we can give them a good game because they're not Man City, so we could probably win next week.
Yeah. I'll take that. Final words.
Yeah, great day. Really enjoyed it. From the Johnny Rock Stadium 3 years ago to the Etihad. We're living the dream. This is great. Yeah. Onwards and upwards. I'm encouraged. It's all right, isn't it? Premier League football's all right. Yeah, happy with that. Cheers.
And the final man joining me is good old Liam from Crewe, who has been my travel companion for this trip, as always, the driver. Mate, we lost today, but we're in the Premier League.
Well, I said last week, I said before last week, these 2 games were not going to define our season unless...
3 hits and all that.
Yeah, I mean, unless we got absolutely battered by both of them, or even just one of them, then it's not going to define the season. And a 4-1 defeat here, I will take that every day of the week. And we scored a Premier League goal. So we're off the mark. So there's more positives, I think, than negatives, because I don't think anyone expected us to actually do anything. And shame on all the Haaland jump on us on FPL, triple captaining Stuart Watson. I know you're one of them, so shame on you. I've had a mare, so not going to go into that. But I thought it was what we would expect, to be honest. We didn't have any of the ball, but the little glimmers we did have the ball, we got up the pitch a few times and looked like we could create a few chances. Bit more clinical, we might have had a second goal, should have had a penalty.
Yes.
Not sure what's going on there. Clearly VAR didn't either it's been completely missed, or VAR, which probably
I've heard about like a threshold. It's supposed to be a certain
supposedly they're trying to speed things up. So I think when incidents happen, there's like a threshold to kind of be hit for VAR to kind of intervene or properly check it.
The thing is, when we were looking at it actually in the press box, we were like thinking he was already going down Davis, so I don't know, maybe they've looked at that like that. I think it's penalty, but we were like, maybe he was going down already, but then it's a tricky one, really. I don't know.
I mean,
obviously it wouldn't have mattered, because we took it and scored it. We were still. It would have been 3-2, so.
I think very much clutching, because I think even if we had got the penalty and scored it and gone 3-2, I think second half, you could see that they were so comfortable and they literally knocked the ball about. They had a few chances, but they didn't seem that bothered to go out and really completely crush us second half. If it had been 3-2, we might have poked the bear and we might have had a bit of a hiding. So it might be a slight blessing in disguise, not having that second goal and waking City in the second half. But it's what, 4 or 5 minutes of utter madness after we scored that
probably woke up Man City. We actually woke up the beast, didn't we? Because obviously we took the lead, and I think Man City weren't expecting that.
No, I don't think anyone would have expected us to go ahead.
First goal scorer, Sammy Smodix. Who's ever did that, let us know.
I think he'll score some goals this season.
I think so too.
I think I've heard different things, and I've heard people say, "Oh well, he scored a load in the Championship, but he's never played at the Premier League. Is he really going to be the one to get the goals for us?" But I think he'll get quite a few in the Prem, and if he can get, say, 10, around the 10 mark, that's more than paid for the transfer fee that we've got. And if it helps us stay up, then they're all double in my eyes. So. Look, the first 2 games were more about fanfare, and if we got something out of it, then it would be a huge bonus. At the end of the day, we've been against the two elite clubs at this level, and we're not going to be facing that each week. Every Premier League club is tough, but that level isn't going to be the same, I would say, next week against Fulham. It will be a tough game, but we're not playing a Man City or a Liverpool, and we might be able to impose ourselves more on the game. And next week, I think, is when the season properly starts for us. I was fully comfortable in saying, going into that Fulham game, not having any points, I'd be comfortable with that. And I think most people are, because I don't think anyone would have predicted us to get anything. Maybe a draw against Liverpool last week, potentially opening day at home, crowd behind us, but we haven't, and everyone expected this position. So now we go forward, might get a few more players in before the end of the window, and then we just take every game as it comes then and see what we can do. But I think the hour that we played last week and the little glimmers when we did have moments today, I think we can be competitive at this level and actually compete to stay in the division. Not expecting any more than that. So I think we'll come away from this fairly happy. 3-goal deficit I'm quite happy with. So, and we're not bottom at the table apparently. So that's a
bonus.
Another bonus. So I believe Everton took a hiding. So they're currently bottom on quite a bit of goal difference. So
4.
Yeah,
4-0 against Tottenham.
After losing 3 against Brighton last week at Goodison. So
For
it's all about these 2 games. Was just about finding the silver linings. If we got anything tangible, then party time. But next week, big game. Start off. That's the proper start of the season for us, and that's where we now need to start trying to realistically get some points and start showing that we can be competitive. And hopefully, as the season progresses, we'll surprise a few.
Definitely, my friend. Well, thanks for joining me. Thanks everyone watching a Premier League game day number 2 here in Manchester. I need a wee. There's Asda over there, so I'm now going to go have a wee in Asda. Bye-bye for now. Bye for now.